Hey boys and girls, how you doing? Playosophy again. Steve and Nick. We're playing Halo Reach, or Steve tries to get out of this horrible losing streak.
Or Steve takes constant L's the game.
I have just been hurting. Like in the break, he played.
I played Johnny Cash's Hurt on karaoke.
You're just really rubbing the salt in the wounds here tonight. I'm playing Nightfall or the Sniper mission, so hopefully we can do this and get through this, and it'll be all right.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make it.
And I won't complete it. I always hated this mission too.
Why would you hate it? It's so much fun.
I mean, it just reminded me of what was that mission in Combat Evolved where you get onto the carrier? Where you're trying to rescue keys.
Yeah, the second to last one.
It's just a stupider version of that.
Yeah, true. It's Hungarian.
Yeah.
It's just the Hungarian version of that.
Oh, yeah.
2630 hours. What does that mean?
It means that Reach does not run on a 24-hour clock.
Does not run on the Gregorian calendar. That's what we know.
On the Roman calendar.
Yeah, you're right. That ass. That ass.
I always kind of like this cutscene though, because I like the camera movement, because they really tried their best to film this like a war doc.
Mm-hmm.
Because
there's somebody following behind you, yeah.
Right, because they have,
Recon Team Bravo reporting
footsteps.
in. 3 and 6 in position.
And the feel of the cutscenes here.
Then we're closing in. Report to any Covenant structures or devices. Direct action may be necessary.
It's very grungy in a way.
Runs enough,
oh yeah.
Direct action is
The
always
shaky
necessary.
cam, handheld cam vibe really works.
Yeah,
You may need
it's
these.
like a real like
High velocity,
Cloverfield
armor piercing.
esque.
They'll take the hat off an elite at 2,000 yards. And they ain't cheap.
Big other fun fact about Steve, I'm a huge cinema buff.
Oh yeah.
I used to do, in high school, we had a TV station in our high school. Excellent stuff.
I'll be in touch.
We're actually, side note, we're going to start running Steve quizzes at the end of every episode to see how much knowledge you've attained about Steven.
Yeah, about Steve.
Because it's really the most important. Like, forget about school. Forget about your high school classes or your middle school classes.
Or college.
Or maybe college. Yeah. You know.
If we have
that intellectual of a fan base, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, just forget about all that studying. Study your Steve knowledge, okay? Because that's going to help you more in the long run. Not bad. So, June. Is he supposed to be Russian or Ukrainian or something like that?
I'm not really sure.
I'm going to take...
I never knew... Here's how stupid I am.
Yeah.
I thought you had to go through all of that.
Really?
I had never taken this just complete bypassing everything path. Because I just went into the camp and butchered everyone.
Steve takes an intellectual L.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not so much an L because I did the right thing there.
No, you retroactively took an intellectual L.
Oh, yeah.
For being that dumb in the past.
Let's see if I can remember this up.
You would have avoided it if you hadn't admitted it.
Yeah, right? But it's like...
Oh, you gonna line them up? Oh, man. Samurai 77. Your controller batteries just are not doing well.
I'm gonna have to get... So here's what I'm gonna have to do.
Lost contact.
That'll work.
Yep.
Bada bing, bada boom. 54 rounds!
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Normal mode. Chill out, man.
Yeah, you
Freaking
didn't have
relax.
to take it that far.
Oh, God. I think on Legendary they give you like 16.
Yeah, it's just like, here,
Just
have fun.
insulting.
Here, have fun.
Have fun not being able to pierce any
I'm not
armor with this.
wasting my...
Ooh. Oh, my God.
I love how in the cutscene he hands you a clip that are supposedly armor piercing, and then you get in gameplay and it's just you have like an entire ammo crate full of sniper rounds that you're just lugging around with you.
See, Steve, I'm passive aggressive, so I do have to tell you it's a magazine, not a clip.
Well, what? Nick here knows a lot about guns.
I believe that it's important to be well informed, Steve.
I'm just not
considering that I study war. It's kind of important to know these things.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But
weapons development, it's a kind of an integral.
Oh baby, I don't even care if I
part.
I don't even care if I die.
Oh
yeah,
baby, yeah.
Here we go.
Oh baby.
Okay, I gotta get out of this thing because I'm actually gonna die here.
Oh,
yep, I'm gonna die.
Might die regardless.
I'm standing dangerously close. This thing is just getting pelted with plasma.
Fun fact for the viewers at home. I was thinking about stormtroopers because all these guys have the aim of stormtroopers on normal. Steve,
yeah,
are you aware of where George Lucas got the name Stormtrooper?
It was from World War II.
It was from World War I.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
The German Sturmtruppen.
Yeah.
Directly translated as stormtroopers.
They were an informal unit in World War II, weren't they?
Yeah.
They weren't, like...
Yeah, because there wasn't as much of a need for them because it was so much a war of mechanization. Whereas the first one, especially in the beginning, was just ground tactics and infantry for the most part, and a ton of artillery. But yes, trench raiders, they were also called. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
History's fun, guys. I promise.
No, history was, growing up was one of my favorite subjects because I always had really cool teachers.
Well, lucky, because I know I didn't.
Well, all my history teachers were really cool, especially my middle school history teacher, Mr. Bush. He's just the greatest. Here's how much I cared about history class. We had an assignment where we were assigned a military, right?
Yeah.
For World War II. We had to make up our own soldier and keep what effectively was like a diary as we got through the unit.
Oh, that's awesome.
We started in Poland, right? And we just road mapped the whole war. And you're supposed to keep like quote unquote journal entries about whatever your soldier was up to during that time. For the people in the Americans, you had to, basically start after Pearl Harbor.
Yeah.
But I got Germany, right? I got a Nazi German soldier.
Oh boy.
Which was interesting.
Uh-huh.
But I decided, like the little gremlin I was, because I wanted to go above and beyond.
Uh-huh.
What I did was I went into, because my middle school brain thought that this was the best place to translate. I went to Google Translate and typed in my entries.
Oh boy.
Translated them into German.
Oh no.
And wrote out German.
Oh wow.
With translations on the back.
Hot dang.
Yeah. So I, was really excited because I had put in more effort than none at all into this assignment.
Yeah.
So, and I was also like 12 at the time, so I was like, every spastic middle schoolers.
Mm-hmm.
So I go up to my teacher and I'm like, hey, Mr. Bush, look at this. I did something really cool. Like, I translated this into German. And he's reading this. And he's like, oh, geez, Steve. Like, can I, keep this for, everyone else? Once we're done with the unit. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Fast forward to when my brother has to take history. And he takes the same teacher. He gets the same unit. But he comes home one day, and I'm like, hey, John, how'd history go? I'm like, hey, how'd history go? He goes, yeah, Mr. Bush showed your packet.
Wow.
Yeah. He's like, you don't have to do all of this, but, it would be really cool.
This is going above and beyond.
Yeah, he's like, you backed me into a corner, because I'm your brother, and now I have to do all this work.
Yeah. Big rip, dude. Rip John.
Yeah, rip John.
Did he actually do all that work?
He did not translate.
Guarantee you he did not.
I don't know what soldier he got, but he did not translate it.
Probably one of those lucky bastards who got American.
Yeah.
It's super easy.
See, I didn't want to be an American
Yeah,
soldier.
because that's
I would have tried to trade. In middle school, also, in our ancient Egyptian unit, we all, like, drew.
I would have really loved to get an Italian.
That would have been cool.
That's a fly.
I was hoping for Italian or British, but I got...
British is also really cool, especially in the second, because they're kind of the big dying empire at that point.
Because I was already planning to translate. I was really hoping I wouldn't get Japanese, because I did not want to do this in kanji.
No.
It would be awful.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, I'm an international relations major, and I have to give a presentation coming up on the chrysanthemum sword. And a large part of that is understanding Japanese culture through language. And so I've been staring at like kanji for like the past like 2 weeks, in like the Japanese language, which is very interesting because it's so contextually based. Like,
I mean, think about it. English definitely is.
Yeah, but like not to the same extent.
Not in the writing.
Yeah, well, it's just even in language, because the same word in Japanese, depending on how it's used, can mean like wildly different things.
Give me an example. Give the folks at home an example.
So there is a word, katejikanai, right? I'm probably butchering.
For any Japanese person.
Yeah, for any one of our viewers who speaks Japanese, I am terribly sorry. Or any of our like Japanese American viewers, if any of you guys stumble upon this video, I am so sorry for butchering your language. Utmost respect. Utmost respect for you guys. I'm so sorry for just completely ruining your language. But that word, katejikanai, can either mean...
This guy watched Naruto, though, so like I'm pretty sure he got it perfect. To be honest, I gotta be honest there.
Yeah. But that word can either mean I'm very grateful, or I am very offended, or something along those lines.
Katajikanai by your assumption, okay? By your assumption that you know what katajikanai means.
Yeah, it's also very possible that this is just going to add to my very long list of L's, and someone's going to comment
I hope
down.
a Japanese American puts like a dissertation in the comments.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, you're wrong, yeah. It's like, it's like, you dumb.
You dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he's like, this is not what that means at all.
That means like I'm eating apples or something.
Yeah. Like, it means, can I get like
can I get a motherfucking
Can I please get seconds? Or it means, do you have a ticket to ride the bus? But that word, if I'm remembering it correctly, in like the 2 weeks that I've been trying to study
theoretically, that's
language,
what it means.
It can either mean I am very grateful or I am very offended.
Yeah, that's honestly very interesting.
Yeah, because it puts into I don't want to use the word context like twice in the same sentence.
Yeah, I know, right?
It puts it, but I mean, I guess
it emphasizes the import of context.
Yeah, it emphasizes the importance
in the
of
language. There you go. See, I like to consider myself a follower and tentative master of the English language, and none others. Probably never will be others.
Yeah, I cannot speak any other language. I really wish I could. I tried my hand at learning French, but see, that's the thing. I try to learn on like Duolingo or other apps like that, and they're really good. The only problem is I'm lazy, so I can't do it if like there's nothing holding me to it.
I liked Duolingo. I was just so intimidated by that little bird.
Yeah, because it keeps sending notifications.
Like a friend of mine was trying to learn Korean, and it was like, oh man, you haven't been on in 2 weeks. You know what happens now? ... And it's like, what's happening now?
It's like, no,
nuclear threat. This is not a drill.
Yes.
Tactical nuke incoming.
It's just like absolute pandemonium. But I wish I knew another language. It's just like not working out for me.
It's not in the cards right now.
Yeah.
We're a couple of cards, but it's not in the cards.
Yeah.
Steve takes the big L.
Yeah. Well, I haven't taken too many this episode. I've been like, keeping it relatively. I've been keeping it relatively L-free. It's been an L-free zone.
No L's allowed.
Yeah. No L's in the treehouse.
No
right?
girls allowed. Bro.
Yeah. None.
Yeah, by L we mean lady, of course. None of them. That's okay. We want to talk about context. I find the word lady to be interesting.
Oh, that was oh, you're kidding. You're kidding.
Yeah.
I stuck it on the grunt. He ran right into him.
Man.
It exploded in his face, and I didn't take out his. It didn't at least take out his shields. That's spicy.
So
like, come on,
Steve. You know what an interesting word to talk about in English for context is ladies, right?
Yeah.
Or lady in there in its various forms, because when you and some people will take offense to the word regardless. That's unavoidable, just because it's kind of an old-fashioned term for women, right? But when somebody says, "Hey, lady," is that ever a positive thing?
Probably not.
Hey, lady! You just associate it with like a very angry 15-year-old man talking to a waitress in a restaurant, right?
Yeah, right.
But when somebody says, "Hey, ladies," it's like you're greeting a group of lovely young women,
it's
right?
plural versus singular.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's one of the few instances I can think of where it's just plural versus singular makes it mean a positive thing versus
entirely
a
different.
thing.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you it's not going to go well for you if you greet a woman by saying, "Hey, lady."
Yeah.
You know,
it's like catcall central.
There's nothing appealing about that. It's not even a good catcall.
It's like one of those fedora wearing champs just like moseys on.
Hey, lady.
Yeah, hey, lady. Yeah,
it's like, man.
M'lady.
The only time that's acceptable is if, like,
show us.
As if English is like your second or third language, you're just now grasping the concept of the word lady.
Yeah.
That's understandable. All these dudes are privates. I thought they were just civilians.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I guess they just did it because they have to have it there.
Let's see where it goes.
Because I guess that's just the way that the game scripts.
Yeah.
The fire team mechanic.
Mm-hmm. Man, you're an effing scientist, Steve. You should.
Yeah.
Where does this riverbed lead?
I have to over-intellectucge everything.
You should talk about this stuff.
Yeah, it's like, I gotta think about it with my brain.
I'm gonna make another compilation
disc. One lobe turned off.
I'm gonna make another compilation disc called Steve Being a Scientist.
Yeah. Steve overthinks the universe.
Oh, man. Yeah,
it's like the deeper philosophical ramifications of getting a large fry at a McDonald's versus the medium.
Diet Coke versus Sprite. I'd like to think that rather than it being a scripting thing, these guys are like, well, you've lasted longer than every Marine we've encountered, so we're just going to field promote you guys to privates.
Right. These guys did make it. These guys did last longer than my last fire team in the other mission.
Seriously, they don't have any armor, and like 2 of them have pistols. They're doing better. You could have assassinated that guy. Went and stuff.
I see that the grunts were
Steve's really overthinking the universe on this one. Or not overthinking the universe on his approach here. He's really going head on. This is head on time.
This is tactical mode.
Football hours. Just go straight for the enemy. I find football to be a very violent thing to witness. I know that's not exactly an original statement.
Yeah, but
if I want to watch, violent things, I'll watch war documentaries or boxing matches. If I want to watch a sporting event, baseball, man. Just go to a baseball game. Yeah,
baseball games are fun.
I'm not huge into really any sport, but if I had to pick one, definitely baseball. Yeah. Also, I'm just a stout American, And just something about Americans' national pastime that just appeals to me.
Stop with this sniper rifle.
And speaking of stopping, we're going to have to stop here and pick up this lovely conversation on sports, the nature of man, and Steve being a scientist next time on Playosophy.
See y'all later, guys.
Later, fellas.
June and Noble 6 lead the militia squad towards the pylon, all the while fending off waves and waves of Covenant forces entrenched to defend it. Their journey will be fraught with peril, danger, gall, and intrigue. Will the Spartans be able to get the job done? Can they pierce through the Covenant defenses?
Will there come a day when I won't be bad at this game?
Find out next time on Halo Reach!
You see, Batman, we live in a society